Hello, welcome to the party. I'm just going to do a quick demo and go through what comes in a set of strips when you get them. So each set will come in a package like this. This is Seattle Royale. It's a sheer coral, orangey coral. And I'm going to actually demo today with Bloody Gorgeous. So they come with 16 strips, just like this. There's lots of different sizes so that one of these will fit your nail. And even if it's a little too big, it's very easy to perforate. So I always err on the side of using a larger strip and then perforating the edge, and I'll show you how to do that. We also get a little mini Color Street nail file, so cute, and an alcohol prep pad. So those all come in your set of nails, and I always open up the package. I take as little away from the top as I possibly can, either with a little small pair of scissors or I just tear it. But I try to keep as much of the package intact, and I save it for later. And I'll show you all that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead. I started off with washing my hands with Dawn dish soap, and that removes all the oils from my fingers as well as my nail beds. I've already used my prep pad and wiped all of my nails down. I'm going to go ahead. I know which nail strip is good for me, but you might have to kind of explore and discover which ones are good. So I'm going to start with my pinky, and then I'm going to move through the other fingers. I take off the clear tab and discard that. Hello, welcome to the party. I'm just going to do a quick demo and go through what comes in a set of strips when you get them. So each set will come in a package like this. This is Seattle Royale. It's a sheer coral, orangey coral. And I'm going to actually demo today with Bloody Gorgeous. So they come with 16 strips, just like this. There's lots of different sizes so that one of these will fit your nail. And even if it's a little too big, it's very easy to perforate. So I always err on the side of using a larger strip and then perforating the edge, and I'll show you how to do that. We also get a little mini Color Street nail file, so cute, and an alcohol prep pad. So those all come in your set of nails, and I always open up the package. I take as little away from the top as I possibly can, either with a little small pair of scissors or I just tear it. But I try to keep as much of the package intact, and I save it for later. And I'll show you all that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead. I started off with washing my hands with Dawn dish soap, and that removes all the oils from my fingers as well as my nail beds. I've already used my prep pad and wiped all of my nails down. I'm going to go ahead. I know which nail strip is good for me, but you might have to kind of explore and discover which ones are good. So I'm going to start with my pinky, and then I'm going to move through the other fingers. I take off the clear tab and discard that. And for this method, I'm going to show you where you can reuse the same strip and use it on both ends of the nails. So I'm going to take away this little silver tab on the end. It just pops right off. Discard that. And I've bent back the white backing so that I don't touch the nail strip. And I do this when I use some of the nail designs that are clear, or if I use clear as day, and that prevents me from getting my fingerprint on the strip. With these, this is an ombre design. It doesn't matter. I could touch it. It's not going to make a difference. So I go ahead line up the strip so that it's as close to my cuticle without actually being on the cuticle. Press it down, pull the backing away, and then I use my thumb and I kind of tug on the nail strip, and I use my thumbnail and just go underneath my nail and I pull it away. And that's it, and it's on there and it's done. Now, like I was saying before, if it's a little too big, it will kind of overlap right there. You can see where it's on my skin. You want to make sure that you remove that portion of the strip, and I do that by just using my nail as a tool and peeling it away. And so now it's not on there anymore. If you have very short fingernails and you can't use your nail as a tool, that's fine. You can use an orange stick or a wooden cuticle stick and just use the edge like you would your nail. And so that's another option. I have this whole rest of the other strip. I'm gonna go on the other side, and let's see. It's hard for me to keep you in the camera and be able to see at the same time. So I just press down, and you can pinch at the base of this here. Another technique is to use a nail file, and when you do that, you just want to file in a downward motion. And what you're doing is just perforating that strip so that just the same way you would if you had used your nail. And then it just pulls away. And you just press down really good, and that's it, and you're done. It's already dry. These strips are 100% nail polish. They are 95% cured, so they're dry. You can go do all the normal stuff that you wouldn't be able to do with wet nail polish, but they're not cured yet, so they're malleable during that curing time. So let's say I put this strip down and I didn't like the way it was crooked. So I can just peel it off because it's still malleable at this point. And so I can reposition it, and if it's a little too small for this nail, doesn't exactly come to the edge, I can tug on it a little bit, and now it comes to the edge. So this is another way that you can apply it. So I just use my nail, and that's it, it's done. You just press firmly on top and you can move on to the other side. Pull this little tab away and pop it down. Like I said, I always, I work from my pinkies to my thumbs. This way I can use my thumb as a tool. You want to kind of gently pull the end of the strip, but you don't want to really stretch it because it might get thin and tear at a spot that you don't necessarily want it to tear at. So okay, on the next one I'm going to show you if you have trouble placing the nail. Sometimes when if you're right-handed and you're doing your right hand, I've had customers who say, oh, I have trouble lining it up because I'm right-handed, or vice versa, whatever. Not as good with the other hand. So definitely not as big of an issue as that is if you do your own wet nail polish. But I'm going to show you, to give yourself a little bit more control over the nail, you can use an anchored technique where you actually don't take the clear portion off till the end. You take the backing off first, and I'll show you how to do that. So you want to keep this purple tab on there, keep the purple and the silver together, and remove the white. Oops. Then it makes this strip now stiff, so it's not as malleable, which is good if you want more control. So we place it as close to the cuticle as we can. You don't want it to get on that cuticle. And then, oops, you just press it down. And I'm gonna check to make sure that I like the way I placed it. Because if I don't, before I take that clear strip off, I can actually lift it and I can reposition it. Press it down, then you can pull off the clear part, give it another firm press just to make sure it's in place, and then you can just perforate the end of that nail, or you can file. You don't have to use your nail. You could use the orange stick, or you could use the nail file. Just make sure you file in a downward motion, one direction only. So in about under 10 minutes, and honestly, it wouldn't have taken me this long if I wasn't talking. We have a full manicure here. And it's so cute. Like, I couldn't even do this with nail polish. And if I went to the salon, it would cost way more than these strips, which are $11. For my thumbs, I usually have to use both strips because they're a little bit longer. So I use one for this side, and then I'll go to this other pack and do the other of the same size. Sometimes, depending on the length of my nail, I can do one thumb, and then I can actually take what's left over and I can use it sideways on the other thumb, and that works too. But not today. My nails are too long for that today. So there you go. You just press down. Make sure you really give it a firm press. And that's it. You're done. Ta-da! I love these. So this color is Bloody Gorgeous. This is, I think, sold out on the website. I do have one left. If you're interested, just message me. Anything that's out on the website, I have most of all the sold out ones. So just because it's out of stock on the website doesn't mean you can't get it. You can still get it. Just message me and I will mail it to you. I will do PayPal, Facebook Pay, Venmo, Zelle, any of that stuff. And then I'll just mail it out and give you tracking information on it. It'll come through your email. So I'll need your email address and your mailing address. That's all. So then when I'm done, I collect all of my little leftover strips, which, by the way, I save. Well, sometimes I'll do my manicure and my pedicure at the same time. I'll use these two guys on my big toes. And like I said, a lot of times I could just use one and then the other one I can save. And then I'll take these little tiny strips and I'll go lengthways on my toe, or long ways, whatever. and I'll just perforate, and I can do all my other 4 toes with this. So I save these 2 little strips and do my toes with these 2 little ones, and then I do my big toe with the big strips. They have pedicure styles. They are wider, so if you have wider nail beds, those are definitely great to get, but not necessary, and you could definitely do a matching mani and pedi from the same set of strips and have leftovers. So you will have enough in here. I do my mani pedi, I do my daughters, all from the same package, and I usually will have leftover ones which I save and use as accent nails in other manicures. I put them right back in this same package, and it says, I don't know if you can see, it has the name on there, so I know just what it is. I take my flat iron and I seal it, heat seal it, and it keeps it airtight, and it keeps the strips from setting. So it keeps them malleable for the next time you want to use it. So I hope you liked my little demo, and I hope you shop on the party link. And anybody who does a buy 3 get 1 deal will be entered into a drawing on Sunday at 8. So join my VIP group, Happy Nails with Erica and Audrey. That's on Facebook. After this party, you can order from me at shophappynails.com. That will link you directly to my Color Street shopping link.